Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming to this talk today. I know it's all about foundation and opportunities for students who want to study foundation at a university in the UK. Today, my name is Samir, and I'll be going through everything that On Campus has available for you. On Campus is a foundation provider where we can look into opportunities for you at foundation, international year one, and pre-masters as well. We have a number of universities that we work with where you'll be studying your first year with us and then progressing to that university. From day one, you will be based on the campus of the university and you will be able to adapt to life in the UK straight away without the stress and the worry of going into university within the UK where you may be in a lecture room or a classroom where maybe more than 30 to 40 to 50 people. On campus works, as I mentioned, with a number of different universities. As you can see from here on my screen, we have On Campus London, where you would be studying your first year with us at Birkbeck University and then progressing to a university of your choice. That could be with one of our partners, such as Birkbeck, Royal Holloway, Queen Mary, or you can go to another university, potentially if you had a university in mind, you desperately wanted to go there, but you didn't get your grades, then On Campus London is a fantastic option for you. We then have On Campus UK North, where again, you'll be doing your foundation first with us and then potentially progressing to a university of your choice. So again, this is more for those of you who don't want to be based in London, maybe want to go somewhere that's a little bit more cost effective, then UK North is a fantastic option for you as well. We have also got University of Hull, London South Bank, University of Reading, University of Sunderland, and then we do have a couple of our newest partners, which is Southampton and Aston University as well. One area that I did want to mainly focus on is On Campus UK North, and you may have noticed here where we've got University of Central Lancashire, RCSI, St George's, and University of Nicosia. The reason why is that we do have a specialist program of medicine foundation at On Campus UK North. So again, it's essentially if you have got the grades to do a foundation within medicine, then On Campus UK North will be a fantastic opportunity for you. You'll do 1 year of foundation medicine. As long as you pass that and you pass the interview stage with the university, then you'll be progressing to do your MBBS at University of Central Lancashire. Potentially, if you wanted to, you don't have to stay there. You could also go to Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland, or you could go to St George's University in Granada, or you could go to University of Nicosia as well. Please note that scholarships are unavailable for anybody who is looking to do a foundation in medicine. So just to be aware of that, we don't offer that there. In terms of price and intakes for the medicine program, foundation, it is available in September and it will also be available now in January as well. So as you can see from my screen, your next intake will be 27th of September. The fee for the foundation is at 22,000 and you'll be progressing onto the university in September 2022. But then again, if you missed out on the September intake, then we do have another opportunity for you in January, which starts on the 6th of January. But your progression date will be exactly the same. September 2022 is the same intake date. A couple of other things I wanted to mention as well is we have some of our newest partners and very highly ranked university partners. We have Aston University, which is based in Birmingham. We again also have foundation in medicine available there, but please note we do have a select number of students that can be accepted onto that program. So just got to be aware of that. If you were keen to come to Aston, then you just need to be aware that you'll need to apply as soon as possible for the medicine program. Our first intake with them will be in September 2021. Please note some of the fees here. For engineering, it's at 16K. For business, it's at 15K. We are offering a scholarship at Aston of £2,000 deducted. So a 2K discount is accepted for that program. So you're looking at in around about 12 to 13K for studying at Aston, which was voted the best university in the UK last year by The Guardian. And then we have a fantastic opportunity for you to also do a foundation at a Russell Group University, which is the University of Southampton. Southampton, as I mentioned, is ranked 15th in the UK and also a global top 100 university as well. Again, we do have our next intake available in September 2021. Please note, we do also have some scholarships available with them for the foundation program. It is, again, at £2,000 deducted for your students, to study at Southampton. In order to be eligible for the scholarships that I've mentioned, there is nothing extra required. As long as you meet the entry requirements, then we will be providing you an automatic 2K scholarship for your program. A couple of other things I wanted to mention is the opportunities at London South Bank. London being quite a popular destination for everyone. London South Bank is a very, very good university that does provide architecture, engineering, and business. One big thing for London South Bank is that we do have the ICAS, the integrated CAS, available for you as well. What that essentially means, I'm sure some of you already know what that means, but you can get one visa, which will allow you to study from foundation all the way until you graduate, and you would not need to reapply for that visa. You can straight away join the program and stay in the UK with that one visa. We do provide a scholarship to make this a really affordable option for you. So for the business and engineering program, there is a 1K scholarship available for September 2021. So bringing the fees down to just over £12,000 for business and just over £13,000 for the engineering program. In order to obviously be eligible for that, you do need to have a 5.5 in English in your IELTS with no band less than 5.5. So just also be aware of that. If you're looking for that one CAS option, one visa option, then you would need to bring your level up of your English quite high. We do also offer internal tests. So again, please speak to SI UK, who can then also coordinate with us. If you wanted to do this program and you didn't want to sit through the IELTS testing, you can do the test with us, with the Pearsons, which will give you the opportunity to be joining on an integrated CAS. So you can see from here, we have got some fantastic options. Like I said, on campus London, on campus UK North. Then we have the ICAS at London. We also have the ICAS in University of Hull, and we will be also offering it at University of Sunderland as well. So that is just something to be aware of in terms of the opportunities with us on campus. When it comes to scholarships, there are always going to be some available. So I mentioned just a couple today for you in terms of with Southampton, with Aston, with London South Bank. With any others, always feel free to obviously speak to SI UK and counsellors there, and they will be the best position to support you and get you that scholarship required to study on campus. A couple of other things to note is, of course, we are offering the online options as well. So many of you are obviously sitting at home right now, wondering when you can come to the UK. If you were having any issues with your visa, then we'll be offering you the opportunity to start online and then arrive into the UK to study face-to-face. So that is an option for you if you didn't want to waste any time, you worry about your study gaps or anything like that, then please be aware that we do have that available for you as well. I think I can see quite a few people already online. So what I'm happy to do right now is just see if there are any questions before I move over to some of the courses that we have available. Any questions? Just check the chat box as well. Okay, so what I wanted to also do is just make you aware of some of the courses that we have available. Pretty much with all our centers, we will be able to offer everything from business to engineering to creative arts to fashion, events management as well. And then, as I mentioned already, the medicine programs. That is all available for you. So please, obviously, if you ever were wondering, well, I haven't done very well in my course, I need another opportunity here, then again, I'm pretty sure that on campus will have something available for you. Just to kind of give you a guidance on as to what we have, when you're looking at London South Bank, for example, you have everything in terms of art and design, business economics, finance and management, engineering sciences, humanities and social sciences. If I just drop down on the menu here in terms of for engineering, you can see here we've got everything from advanced vehicle engineering to chemical engineering to computer engineering as well. But we don't only have this available for undergraduate degrees as well. We do also offer the opportunities to do masters as well. So if we were looking at, for example, on campus London, and you were really keen to go to Queen Mary, for example, Queen Mary does have this opportunity for you. And we have everything for example, postgraduate programs to accounting and finance, to banking and finance, to even marketing, MSc in management as well. And this is to go and study at a top ranking university at Queen Mary. And again, as I mentioned before, with on-campus London, it is progression to, you'll be doing your first year at Birkbeck with progression to Queen Mary afterwards. Anyone got any questions? I can see quite a few people online, so feel free to ask.
Are you okay for them to unmute themselves and talk now at this point, or would you take?
Feel free to obviously unmute yourself and ask the questions.
Okay. So anyone from the audience on Zoom or on YouTube, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comment section, or if you're on Zoom, you can unmute yourself and ask any questions that you may have so far.
Any questions?
I think it's crystal clear to everyone.
That's no problem at all. I mean, yeah, like I said, just to kind of obviously make sure everyone is aware that we do offer 3 intakes per year. So we always have an intake in January, we have an intake in March, and then we also have an intake in September. One of the biggest things obviously to be aware of with on campus is that, like I kind of already said earlier, we do have the opportunity for you to study online. So I can see there's a question here at the end of the foundation program, how do you assist in getting candidates to universities? So one of the biggest things is if we take out on campus London and on campus UK North, if you're going to, for example, London South Bank, there is no assistance really required because you'll be studying your foundation from day one there. As long as you pass, you progress to the university. So there isn't anything extra required. We would move you over straight away. So you pass, and the university will be issuing you an offer letter. You accept that offer letter, and then you continue without any sort of extra requirements. If you were going through on-campus London, for example, where we have the Queen Mary progression, you would need to apply through UCAS system. So you would apply up to 5 universities. Our team supports you from the beginning. So we will support you with the personal statements, we'll support you with the interviews, even in the application form as well. We all support you on that as well. You do that, and then you progress. If you don't get your first choice, you go for your second choice. If you don't get your second choice, you end up going for your third choice. So that's how it kind of works with on-campus London and UK North. It's all done through the UCAS system. And we have higher education officers as well. So again, from day one, you would be asked, what do you want to progress onto? What's your main degree? You provide that. Then we also do day outs. So you'll be taken to certain universities within London to visit. We also have universities coming to us as well to do talks on their university to kind of help you really understand where you want to go afterwards. But that's one side with on-campus London and UK North, but then we also have the guaranteed progression routes with places like London South Bank, Hull University, Sunderland, Southampton, Aston. They all are one-to-one, where you study the foundation in one place and you progress to that university only. No problem. Any other questions? So the scholarship available at London South Bank will be £1,000. So that brings the fees down to about 13,500 for the foundation for year one. Success rate in terms of progression. When you're asking about success rate in terms of progression, if it's, for example, to our one-to-one centres, so London South Bank, for example, I would suggest it's around about 85 to 90% in terms of students passing their foundation and progressing to the university. If you're looking at on-campus London or UK North, it's a little bit more harder to judge because, of course, students are going everywhere, I would say. But then again, I would say we have probably a 95% success rate that a student does go to another university within the UK. Whether that's their first choice or the second choice, it's hard to really understand. But essentially, yeah, majority of them do go there.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was reading the Brexit. It's a problem for new students. I mean, there doesn't change anything in terms of Brexit and international students for us because we are international students foundation provider. So it hasn't really changed anything with our students. If anything, the UK has become even more popular in the last year or so for us.
There's a question from YouTube, Samir, that has come through, a couple of them. So I'm just going to put them in the chat box for you and everyone else to read.
Multiple scholarships. Now we remember when you're a foundation for foundation providers, we don't really provide multiple scholarships. We provide one scholarship, so that will be on your entry to the program. So yes, the universities have their own. So for example, if you're going to London South Bank, you would get the £1,000 deducted for your first year, and then the university, they renew their scholarships every year. So I'm pretty sure that the university will also have a progression scholarship as well. So that is something that you can apply for.
The next question is about the funding for Masters of Psychology.
When you're saying funding for Master of Psychology, I mean, again, we don't provide a full funding offer. What we do provide is scholarships on arrival for your pre-masters. So with pre-masters, it depends, the scholarship will always depend on the number of terms you do. So we offer 1, 2, or 3 terms of pre-masters. For example, 1 term would mean you come in June, you do 1 term of pre-masters, and then you progress to university in September. The other option is doing 2 terms where you do June to September, June to December, and then you progress on to your masters in January. So again, it depends on in the terms, all depends on your academics. So if you, for example, got a 3rd class degree, you're looking to do masters in psychology, the 3rd class degree students will normally be required to do 2 terms. An ordinary degree holder from the UK will be asked to do 3 terms. A 2-2 student will be asked to do 1 term. So that's how it changes. When you say students that don't meet academic requirements, does this refer to academic performances and how they measured up against university individual requirements? Yes, absolutely. So when I say students don't meet the academic requirements, essentially, if you've got let's just say you've done your A levels, you've completed it, and you've ended up getting 2 Ds, and the university is asking you to get C and above. That means that you will be required to come and do our foundation or international year 1 for 1 year, and then you progress onto that university. So that's how we measure it up. We will never accept you if you're overqualified. Normally in those situations, we will say you've got your grades that meets the requirements, so it's better to apply directly. But again, sometimes what happens as well is, depending on where you've done your studies, if you've done your studies, for example, in, let's just say, Nigeria, and you've got your WIEC, you've actually academically done really well, but the university is asking you to get a C or above in your English, but you ended up getting a D, then again, that's where we come in, where you'll end up doing foundation with us and then progressing on to the university.
We have another question from YouTube. Samir, I don't know if you've noticed, from Anna Wong.
Sure.
Are all universities offering foundation courses for those who do not wish to enter undergraduate course immediately?
Absolutely. So all our partners offer undergraduate foundation with progression to undergraduate courses. So I'll share my screen again just to kind of remind you of all the places that we work with. So you can see from here, we've got all of these universities, and pretty much all of them, we provide a foundation with progression to undergraduate degrees. And again, whether it's in arts, engineering, business, sciences, humanities like law, that is all available. And if one of our university providers doesn't have it, I'm pretty sure we can find it somewhere else as well. I can see another again. What is the fee for September intake LSBU Engineering Foundation course? The fee for LSBU for the foundation course is around about 14,700, I believe. But we can provide that £1,000 scholarship as well. So then that would be around about, you're looking to pay around about 13,500. What that does mean is we don't ask for the full fees up front. We always ask for the fees to be paid per semester. So you split that 13,500 into 2. So you're looking at around paying just over £6,000 per semester. Your second semester payment is only required, I believe, 4 weeks before you start the course. I can see another question here. I'm a finance student in Morocco doing biology. Okay, so if you're, I'm assuming when you say finance student doing biology, I believe, is that for masters or for undergrad?
I think actually there are a lot of students like her who have joined a bit late. So if the ones who have joined a bit later on YouTube and on Zoom, if you want a quick, I know we had a breezy presentation. So if you want a recap, we can have a quick recap as well. Just request it in the comment section or the chat, and I'm sure Samir is happy to do it.
Yeah, sure. So quickly, again, Ali, I can see that, yes, maybe there's so many university prices that I can't remember every single one directly, but yeah, if on the website you're showing it's 15,480, so you would be, for engineering, you'd be paying around about 14,480 for September 21 intake. So no, that's so like I said, for September at LSBU, we are offering a £1,000 scholarship for LSBU to join. And again, that is on an ICAS, so your English requirements will be required to be a bit higher. Just to quickly go through everything again, for those who just joined late, we on campus provides a foundation with progression to universities within the UK, EU, and the US. I kind of really concentrated mainly on the UK today. And as you can see from here, on campus London, we offer one-to-many options. So you'll be doing Birkbeck, Royal Holloway, Queen Mary, Goldsmiths as well, are kind of the most popular options. But with on-campus London, we offer one-to-many options. So you will do 1 year of your foundation, and then you can progress to either one of these universities or to another university of your choice. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really, you're not kind of held to only go to one of these universities. If you came to us and said, I really want to go to Manchester, but my grades are lower, Manchester haven't accepted me, on-campus London could be an option for you, or even on-campus UK North for that fact, actually. You can improve your academic grades, improve your English, and then progress on to Manchester afterwards. But then we also have on-campus UK North, where we do provide medicine foundation. And then we have University of Southampton and Aston University. So Southampton being a Russell Group university ranked 15th in the UK. And then you've got Aston University as well, very well-ranked university, nominated as University of the Year, based in Birmingham. We then also offer Hull, London South Bank, Reading, Sunderland as well. Hull and London South Bank, we do have the opportunities to study with us on a one CAS, one visa as well. Gives you the opportunities to come and study with us here. You would not be required to reapply for your visa. You wouldn't have to go back home or anything like that. You do also get 20 hours work permit as well. So that is all part-time for 20 hours as well for during school time. In terms of a couple of questions we were asked earlier about fees for London South Bank, so I'll bring that screen up again for you. So London South Bank for engineering is 14,745. For business and humanities and social sciences, it's that 13,245. So with the 1K scholarship, you're looking at 13,745 for engineering and 12,245 for anything business and humanities related. Just want to double check if there's any other questions. Coming up. Question on YouTube, do we have to spend foundation for dentistry? Okay, for dentistry, we don't actually offer anything related to dentistry. We only offer we offer a dental materials course via the Queen Mary option. But again, this isn't essentially the dentistry course that you're looking for. We have courses within medicine and pharmacy and biomedical science as well, but dentistry is just something that we just don't offer. If it's possible to do masters in the UK universities in September, because I'm yet to do my IELTS exam. Okay, yes, you can apply for masters in the UK. Remember, again, on campus is a foundation provider, so it would be looking at pre-masters. You'd be looking at 1, 2, or 3 terms of pre-masters. But it depends on your grade. So if you haven't at IELTS, depends where you're applying from as well. We would need at least a minimum of 5.0 with no band less than 4.5 for pre-masters with 2 terms. So that is something that you'll be looking at. In terms of doing the pre-masters, we're looking at equivalent to a 3rd class degree and above to do that pre-masters. But A-level exams, I'm not familiar with the term. Do we have, no, so in terms of, when I was saying A-levels, if you're wondering what A-levels are, advanced level exams. So I'm assuming, yeah, it's equivalent to like 12 years of education, which is what A-levels are. So essentially, if you need to do 12 years of education in order to do international year 1, in terms of internal English exams, yes, we do provide internal English exams. It's actually via the Pearson Versant test, but it is only available for our university providers where we offer integrated CAS. So again, like I mentioned before, with Hull and London South Bank, that is available. It will also be available future for Sunderland and with Aston University as well. But there are internal English options available at no extra cost if you were trying to avoid taking the IELTS. But again, IELTS will only be available for those who are coming on an integrated CAS with some of our providers. We don't provide that. It would depend on the university that you're applying for.
Hi, everyone. I would only request you to unmute yourself when you have a question to ask, or you can always put them in the chat box and Samir will get back to you. Samir, I think we missed a question from YouTube. It was from Zed PV, and he wrote, "Do we have to spend foundation for dentistry?" But I think he meant how much would he have to, probably like the fee structure for foundation dentistry.
Yeah, so
Then if that's not the case, do let us know in the comment section if you meant it any other way. But
sure.
yeah.
So I think it means, yeah. So what I think that means is that, I mean, in order to do a dentistry course, I mean, it depends on the providers. I'm not too familiar with many other providers who do offer dentistry. But like I said, for us, we don't provide dentistry, so it's hard to kind of provide you advice on that. But we do provide foundation in medicine and in pharmacy as well. So for those, yes, depending on your academic grades, you more than likely may need to do a foundation. But again, if your grades meet the requirements to go directly, then that can also change. I can see there's a question here. How do I know I have a first, second, or third class? It would depend. The best thing to do, Mariama, is we will need to review your documents and see where have you done your bachelor's degree again, because then I can maybe provide you a bit more detailed answer to that, because yes, you've got them in French, okay, in Morocco. So essentially, if you've done it in Morocco and your documents in French, I can actually do this check for you right now. Whilst I bring up the details for that, I'll just double check if there's anything else. What are the requirements of the persons from Caribbean for medicine? Okay, let me bring up some information for you on that as well.
Hi everyone. While we're waiting, feel free to pop in any more questions you have, or you can always unmute yourself as well and speak to Samir.
Okay, so just a couple of things in terms of Moroccan academics for us. Okay, right. For the Caribbean, for medicine, it is going to be. Right, so we don't seem to have it. Unfortunately, with both of those markets, we actually don't have an official requirement. The best thing to do in those scenarios would be that if you can provide your academic documents to SRUK, and then they can contact me and we can review them for you to see how they meet in terms of our requirements. So we will probably have to do some translation, and we'll probably have to do some other areas as well, double checking the academic grade to the UK degree as well. And then we can obviously plan and provide you a bit more of a detailed answer. I can see, do I need to still take an A-levels or access to medicine course if I have a bachelor's degree? However, my qualifications from Philippines. I'm planning to take medicine courses. Okay, if you don't have a bachelor's degree, you don't need to take another, like A-levels, for example, because it still meets our entry requirements as well. So there isn't any issues for that. So as long as you're in your bachelor's, then there's no issues. Sorry, are there any other questions?
I guess we can wait for another couple of minutes
Sure.
to see if we have any more questions. I'll head over to YouTube and just check one last time.
Okay. Mariama, if you wanted to, like I mentioned, the best thing to do would be to drop a direct message to one of the SIUK teams with your email address, and then someone will definitely be in touch with you to obviously get hold of your academic documents, and then we can obviously provide you a bit more of guidance to what we can accept. But yeah, just to reiterate my question, my answer, sorry, on the bachelor's degree holders as well. Yes, we can accept you without the requirement of you taking an A-levels if you've got a bachelor's degree. But you just got to be bearing in mind that you'll be doing a whole new degree, which will be around about 6 years, because you'll be doing 1 year of the foundation and then 5 years of the medicine program within the UK.
Hello.
Hey.
Good afternoon. I am Maria Maketa. I'm currently a final year student in Morocco. I'm doing biology, and last 2 weeks I received an email. I went to your website, I guess, and then I subscribed. You guys keep sending me message every week, and you guys will be doing a Zoom call to have more information. So I actually don't know much about it. If in case I want to apply, how do I go about the application on your campus? Because I don't have much idea.
So I can see, if you can see on the chat box, Ravina has kindly provided the SIUK email address. So yes, the best thing to do is submit your documents to info@studying-uk.com. And then someone will be in touch in terms of trying to provide you guidance as to how to apply.
How to apply, okay. How about the tuition fee? Because sometimes, is it possible to have an admission in any of your universities and then look for a scholarship for the tuition fee, or I need to have...
Again, the scholarships will depend on where you want to study. For example, if you've got a location preference, like let's just say you want to be in London, then we do have a couple of options in London. If you want to be outside of London, then again, we do have a number of universities within outside of London as well. So the best thing to do would be to provide your academic documents to SIUK, and then a counsellor will be in touch with you, and they will give you a full guidance from how to apply scholarships, offer letters, everything like that would be probably the best way to go through it from now. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. It's clear.
No worries. Any other questions?
While we wait for questions, Samir, is there anything like any ending note you want to leave for students that are listening to you on YouTube and on Zoom?
Sure. I mean, I guess, I've kind of gone over a couple of things multiple times already, but one of the biggest things I have said from the beginning is that essentially on campus will have a degree for you available. Yes, guarantee, of course, we don't have dentistry, but everything from medicine to pharmacy to engineering to business to law is all available through one of our university partners. I've mentioned already at the beginning that we do have around about 85 to 90% success rate in terms of our students coming from the foundation progressing to the university. Also, we've had some fantastic success rates with our on-campus London and UK North opportunities where students have gone to Russell Group higher ranking universities. We now do have a Russell Group provider where you can study at Southampton University from day one and be guaranteed to progress to that university as well. And there are multiple scholarships available depending on the university that you choose from as well. So the amount will always range from the course you choose and the university you choose. So the best thing to do is speak to your counsellors or SIUK, and then they will be able to obviously coordinate that for you as well. But I hope you found what I've provided you today is useful. I hope I managed to answer all of your questions as much as, in enough detail.
We have one last question from YouTube,
Yeah.
from Xander Ulfarai.
Okay, so is it possible to do a master's degree after obtaining a bachelor's degree from South Africa? Yes, absolutely. So we actually get a lot of students from South Africa coming to one of our universities in the UK. So if you have got your bachelor's degree from South Africa, then we can find a route for you. Again, it will depend on your final grade, and then we can see whether you need 1, 2, or 3 terms of pre-masters before you go on to do a master's degree. Because we are a pathway provider, we do provide foundation entry, and we don't provide direct entry. I can see, Christian, you've got your hand up if you're wanting to ask a question. Okay, Ali, look, if it was the 22, if it is 15480 on the website, or LSB on campus, then again, it will be 1K deducted. I'll just have one double check again. Right, so September on our website from September 21, 2021, 21 September, we will be offering, let me just double check, 27th of September, here we go. Yep, so it's 15480 for engineering. You'll be getting £1,000 deducted, so it'll be at 14480 for an LSBU engineering degree, for the foundation, sorry. And then the fees will change when you progress onto the university. Any other questions?
Great, so if there are no more questions, we will end this session. Now I have a private direct message from Emma G. He's asking, I'm trying to get a contact address with marketing department. Oh, okay, this is for us. Sorry.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'll end this session and I'll end this Zoom meeting. You can watch it on YouTube. I'll share the link with you. And thanks very much, Samir, for joining us and presenting.
No problem at all. It's been great to speak to you all, and hope to receive some applications soon.
Thank you so much, guys.